Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Eastern Florida State College, where tonight is the Battle of the Titans. I'll be your play-by-play commentator, Ethan Sorey, and alongside me tonight is Coach Lynn, a Hall of Fame coach and an NJCAA Division I national champion back in 1978.
Good to be with you, Ethan.
Right, Eastern Florida State, they entered this matchup with an overall record of 7-13 and 2-6 in the conference mark, ranking them 5th in the Citrus Conference. So for St. Petersburg, on the other hand, they come into this Titan-on-Titan showdown with an overall record of 4-16. I mean, they are currently last in the Citrus Conference, winning only one of their past 8 games.
Yeah, this is really a big game, Ethan, because both Titan teams need a win as best they can. If they're going to get in the playoffs, only 4 teams go to the playoffs from the Southern Conference, and these two need to be one of those 4. So this is a big grudge game tonight to get on the winning track.
For the away squad, St. Petersburg, who do you have your eye on tonight?
Well, I have my eye on Heaven Sanders, and she's from Ocala, Florida, and has been a double-digit scorer most of the night. She's not starting tonight, but she'll have a big impact on the game before the game is over.
I believe so. For the home squad, the Titans, who do you have your eye on tonight to help them get away with the win?
Well, there's only one, and it's Bruna de Silva, and of course she's from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and she's the leading scorer with 13.4 a game, has 3 20-point games and a high-score game of 30, and so she'll be the big influence tonight. And if she can do those kind of things tonight, the Eastern Florida Titans will have a great chance of winning.
Should be a good one, Coach. The home squad, the sophomore guard, Bruna de Silva. Then we have number 5, the freshman guard, Milica Lazarevic. Then number 15, we have Angela Merkovich, the freshman forward. Number 20, the sophomore guard, Grace Strickland. And 35, the sophomore guard, number 35, the sophomore guard, Ofer Parpara. For St. Petersburg, we now have number 3, Celine Forine, number 4, Trinity Harris, number 12, Catherine Walame, then number 23, Lydia Mabaya, and number 24, Jariah Grady.
Even the Eastern Florida Titans are coached by Zach Banks. He has a history at Northwest Florida State College, as well as New Mexico, his first year with the East Florida Titans. And for the St. Petersburg Titans, Denisha Davidson, and she's been there a number of years, I believe. So it'll be an exciting matchup. We're going to see what happens.
We are. This should be a good one, Coach.
I think it will be. Ethan, this will be the first meeting between these two. Everybody plays a home-and-home schedule in this conference. And so very soon, Eastern Florida will have to go back to St. Petersburg to play again. So to set up a win tonight would be a big deal.
It would be a big deal, and for Eastern Florida State, they have basically had this team numbered the last time over the last stretches of matches that they have played Eastern Florida State. They currently they've beaten them 12 in a row in the series with the St. Petersburg. Their last win, was in 2020, where they won all 3 of their meetings.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And really, they're not very far apart. I mean, there's coast to coast, but Florida is a pretty narrow state.
It is.
And so a couple hours, maybe 3 to get there, back and forth. So it's an easy trip for everybody.
Yep, this should be a good rivalry. Both squads have something to prove.
And state playoffs are on the line. And if you get a chance to go to state, who knows what will happen once you get there.
Now get prepared for tip-off.
And here we go, Ethan.
Whistle blown, tip-off. And the rock will go to St. Petersburg. That'll be number 4, Trinity Harris, taking the ball up the court. She swings it to number 24. Nice defense here. They're swinging the ball, trying to get some momentum going. Drive by number 24, and it's not good. Rebound by Eastern Florida State. Coach, looks like today these two teams are looking to push the pace here.
Yeah, they are. Both teams in a man-to-man defense and taking some time to get things set up. Eastern Florida is a bigger squad, meaning height-wise.
Right.
So we'll see if that works for them.
Oh, costly turnover by the home Titans. They bring it up the court, and that'll be 2 for St. Petersburg, as they'll be the first squad to get on the board here.
Intercepted pass, have to take care of the ball.
Have to. That's what killed them last match. They were in it until they started having those costly turnovers.
And another one off the rebound. Here we go again.
Up, pull up 3 is no good, but they get the offensive board. That right there would be I feel like one of the stories today, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds.
That's always the case, and especially with teams size-wise as small as St. Pete. It'll be a real factor if they can compete on the boards.
Florida pushing the ball up. She finds a wide open shooter, and it's good. That'll be all for Parpara. She gets her first points on the board. It'll be 3. The rock up for St. Petersburg. 4. Nice post pull up, but it's no good. Eastern Florida State, they get the rebound. They're pushing the rock. Kicks it back out to, and she banks it off the backboard.
3 off the board.
That is Markovich right there getting her first triple of the night. Yard. Right, Grady pushing the floor, trying to find an open. Drives in. The number 12, Catherine Gualme, couldn't get it to go. Eastern Florida State, they're pushing the rock. They have some momentum coming down. He swings it to Markovich. Markovich on the wing. Markovich, she'll take the 3 again. No good. But Eastern Florida State gets the offensive rebound. Going to De Silva. Kicks it back out to her partner. And 1, that will be Milica Lazarevich. She'll go to the line for a chance at an and 1.
And just as we were talking about, Ethan, offensive rebounding.
Yes.
Kept it there for 3 separate rebounds, and when you do that, you've got a real chance to score or get fouled in the process.
Exactly.
But we're shooting 1.
Yep. And she's good for the and 1. Sanders, he's pushing the rock up for St. Petersburg, the one we had our eye on pre-game. He'll take it all the way, trying to test this Eastern Florida State defense. It's not good. They have numbers, Eastern Florida State, open triple, no good. No good for Bruna da Silva, but the ball is out of bounds, and St. Petersburg will take it.
Been a pretty fast game so far.
Fast pace.
No timeout, one foul, up and down the floor. That's the way basketball is supposed to be.
Evan Sanders, she'll bring the ball up for St. Petersburg. Harris, she'll drive to the lane, no good off the backboard, but her team gets the rebound. And what a putback by Catherine Guame. Grace Strickland, she'll pull it up. She'll bring it up for Eastern Florida. Da Silva surveying the floor, but it's stolen by Celine Farine, and she'll drive it all the way to the hoop. It is now just a 4-point game. Eastern Florida State still on top. Da Silva, she gets it at the top, kicking it out to Strickland. Bruna da Silva will get it right back, and she drains the triple. That is what Bruna da Silva can do.
That's what she does well.
That's what she does. Evan Sanders trying to survey the court. Kicks it right back out to Catherine Guame. Inside. That'll be Khalil Harris, but she'll get called for the travel. It'll be Eastern Florida State ball.
You know, Ethan, we're really seeing two different styles of basketball here. St. Pete, every shot has been a drive to the basket. They've gotten to 5 or 10 feet. With Eastern Florida, every shot has been a 3. So they just keep putting up threes from the perimeter. And again, they're getting the rebound and once in a while putting that in. So it's interesting, different style of play.
Different style of play going on here. Eastern Florida State, they'll bring it up. Tight defense here by St. Petersburg. There's Lazarevic on the drive. She loses it a little bit, but she keeps it contained. Blocked. St. Petersburg will push it back up. They have numbers. Good drive by Celine Farine. She'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 15, Angela Murkovic.
Foul goes on Angela Murkovic. That'll be her first foul of the night.
Number 3 will be shooting. Selena for it, and she shoots about 71% from the free throw line. So 12-6, and it's been an up and down game. I mean, it's been quick so far, and I think the fans like that. I hope the fans at home that are watching like that as well.
Fast-paced game. Here we got, Coach.
Good game.
We have our timeout break. Coach said Celine Farine will go to the line. She is the leading team in free throw percentage. So for Eastern Florida, is that really the person you want to be sending to the line early on?
I don't think they had much choice on that one. She really took it to the basket very, very aggressively. And an Eastern Florida player was kind of out of position there. And so the foul was called, and we'll see if she can hit 2 here.
Okay, folks, we'll bring it back on the floor. St. Petersburg will be shooting 2 at the line.
Chance for St. Pete to narrow the lead here.
Yep, they find themselves down by half a dozen. So they'll be crucial tonight, Coach. BB's at the line.
Nice form, good follow through. See if she can hit a second one.
And Celine Farine is good from the stripe. Da Silva, she'll push it up. She's pushing the pace here, trying to see what St. Petersburg is giving her. Kari has the ball on the baseline. And look at, she's just taking it to the smaller defender down there in the paint. They almost had no hope there.
That's right. Size matters in this game. I mean, skill does as well, but size is a factor.
Evan Sanders has the rock. She's looking to drive, and she'll get the foul. Like you said, Coach, two different style of basketball playing. Every time that St. Petersburg gets down in here, they want to go down in the paint and get physical.
Yeah, they want a very physical game. They want to get fouled. They don't want to have to rebound over these big Eastern Florida girls all night. So early on, they've done well with that.
Or even though they're the smaller team, how does that affect the game plan for the coach?
Well, you've got to be more aggressive defensively because you need some steals and those kinds of things. You can't wait for people to shoot threes and let them do what they want to do. So aggressive defensively and then very aggressive offensively as well, going inside to get them in foul trouble.
Evan Sanders, she'll make her line at the free throw line count. Through Florida State, they have the rock, kicking it inside. There we go. Markovic, she'll get in on the boards too. Gets herself 2 points. Evan Sanders, she's looking to drive. Every time she gets the ball, rebound by Eastern Florida State. She finds Luna Da Silva on the corner for the open three. It rattles in and out. Good rebound by Eastern Florida. They're swinging the ball, trying to find the shooter.
And another rebound. Out of bounds. Going to St. Pete.
St. Pete ball. That'll be Khalil Harris inbounding for St. Pete. Evan Sanders, she'll bring the rock up for St. Petersburg. Harris has it, kicks it right back to Harris. Pass to Kwame. Nice ball movement here by St. Petersburg, and it leads to 2 points. That'll be Kwame getting in on the scoring action once again. Da Silva, she's pushing the pace, trying to get physical inside. Great ball movement here by Eastern Florida. Oh, she couldn't hit anything there, Coach. So St. Petersburg will have the rock. A little errant pass there, but they regain control. St. Petersburg open three. That'll be Trinity Harris. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound by Da Silva. Surveying the floor. Nice move. She finds Markovic on the post. Great feed by Bruna Da Silva. Not only can she score, but she can distribute it, Coach.
A nice crossover move and then a drop pass to the center. Doesn't get any better than that.
That was just a work of art. That'll be a foul on Eastern Florida. That'll be number 15, Angela Markovic. That's her third foul, Coach. She's already in foul trouble.
Well, it's pretty early since we play in quarters, not halves as the men do. Fouls are different. They'll start over again the next quarter, so they're not in trouble yet, except for totals for the game.
Yep. They'll find Evan Sanders on the wing. Good drive, but she kicks it back out. Great ball movement there as Ezra and Pierre Lewis will get the points down in the paint.
Yeah, it's tough for Eastern Florida right now. They're having trouble covering down deep, and the first dribble will get by somebody, and then they're wide open after that.
Oh, Strickland couldn't get it to go.
A missed layup and a foul afterwards. How often does that happen? All the time.
A little bit of frustration going on there.
Her first, team fourth.
sophomore guard look to inbound it for St. Petersburg. Evan Sanders, she'll bring it up for St. Pete. Oh, she finds her gal on the block. Great ball movement here. They're looking down low, and she gets the roll off the glass. That'll be Harris getting hurt.
Everything inside.
Here goes Strickland driving again. She'll find number 11 on the, and it's not a good take here. Eastern out of bounds. Eastern Florida
Stepped on the line trying to save the ball, and so Eastern Florida has a chance.
Inbound, Parpara. Strickland finds herself on the wing. She picked up her dribble. Now she has to find somebody. Turnover by Eastern Florida State, costly. St. Petersburg, they're pushing in. Great defensive effort there. That'll be 11, the sophomore guard, Shadia Lara Santa Cruz, getting in on the defensive effort there.
Hey, 2-on-1 break. You think you're going to score when you get 2-on-1. Nice defensive play.
Sanders, 5 seconds left on the clock. She wants to drive. She'll take it. No good. Eastern Florida gets the board. But we have a out of bounds.
So an out of bounds play here. A good chance to score with an out of bounds with not much time on the clock.
8 left. See if St. Pete can find anything. Inbounds
Shot.
it. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Trinity Harris, great look, but couldn't, ultimately didn't fall.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter, and we have a 3-point ball game.
Now we'll take a special look at number 15, the freshman forward, Markovich, excuse me.
She's really been aggressive going to the basket. Nice pass there. Another great shot underneath. She has good positioning. Gets there early and stays and waits. So it's a good thing. Coach has done a good job with her. She's played well.
Game planner, putting her in the right spot so she can succeed.
Very much so.
They know their strengths and their weaknesses, so it looks like she'll be a dominant factor on the blocks tonight.
Well, that's what coaching's all about. If you can get the right people in the right places, then you can be pretty successful. Eastern Florida needs to pick up their defense some,
Yes, they
especially inside, and stop with the fouls. So if they can do those two things, they can spread this lead a little bit before halftime.
They find themselves up by 3, but you want to be a little more comfortable going into the second quarter.
You know, the game has been so much up and down the floor and back and forth, and St. Pete has scored very quickly with drives to the basket and then some offensive rebounds. So Eastern Florida needs to be able to stop the penetration and then cover up on the rebounds much quicker.
Florida will get the ball to start Bruno De Silva. She's surveying the court, picks up her dribble. She's looking for her teammate, Parpara. Parpara take it, and nice roll off the glass. Ophir Parpara. That'll be an assist by Bruna. Nice ball movement here by St. Petersburg. Nice drive by St. Pete. No good. Eastern Florida gets the board. Good work by Santa Cruz to keep that dribble alive. De Silva on the corner. No good. Rebound. Offensive board. That's Parpara down there fighting. And jump ball.
Jump ball, so the possession error will go to St. Pete. We have a timeout on the floor.
Timeout on the floor. Eastern Florida State College women's basketball you're watching, folks.
I'm sure that both coaches right now are saying these are the things we have to do to get better here. And that both of them want to go in with the lead at halftime. We've got about 9 minutes to get there. So they came out of the first quarter and made some adjustments. This gives them a chance to make some more adjustments and to discuss things a little better when they've got a little more time right now.
Yes, they do. Eastern Florida State, they find themselves with a 5-point lead coming into this timeout. Just what do you think St. Petersburg has to do more to claw their way back into this?
Well, I think they need to continue to be aggressive on defense. It's given Eastern Florida trouble, and they've been close to a 5-second count 2 or 3 times when the Eastern Florida player has picked up the ball and hasn't been anywhere to pass it. So they need to really put some pressure on and just stop the passes once there is a drive. Eastern Florida's been very good at getting position on the baseline, and with one of the big girls waiting for a drop pass.
Here comes the inbound by Eastern Florida.
We're up 5 with the ball, and you would think that they'd want to score right here.
Strickland looking for somebody to pass it to. She finds the Silva. Good cut by Santa Cruz. Couldn't get it to fall. St. Pete, they'll get the board, pushing the tempo here. Nice ball movement here by St. Pete. For Trinity Harris, she tries to get it to fall. No good. The offensive rebound also no good. We have Eastern Florida State pushing the ball up. Passes it to Strickland. She will find. Oh, nope, no good. No good by the guard, Lazarevich.
There's a foul on that play as well. So a non-shooting foul, so it'll be St. Pete's ball.
Oh. And Coach, I was fortunate to call the last women's game here, and that's kind of what turned the tide in their last game.
Was it? Yes.
Yeah, those fouls and those was really starting to build up.
Absolutely.
The ball moving here by St. Pete. Oh, a little balls on the floor, but Santa Cruz comes away with it. You'll find Parpara on the drive. Good move, and she gets it in. Over Parpara for the layup. Easy bucket.
He really plays well. Has really good touch inside.
That length always plays a part down there. There we go. They're trying to move the ball. St. Pete.
Using a high ball screen. Trying to free people up, and there's a
Great
three.
Three-pointer by Jariah Grady.
And I think that's the first one tonight by St.
That
Pete.
is. Great cut by Santa Cruz. Good drive to the basket. She'll get on the board here.
And that's what happens to you defensively. If you're really out pressuring, your weakness is cuts to the middle and people going by you.
Does Jariah Grady. She'll kick it to number 4, Trinity Harris. Great ball movement here. They're trying to find the open shooter. Bit of an errant pass there. She tried to find the cutter, number 4, Trinity Harris. Substitution here for St. Pete.
And St. Pete's ball underneath.
Little Harris to check in. Evan Sanders. Great inbound, but couldn't get it to fall, but there is a foul on the play. They'll be shooting 2. That will be Catherine Marley.
For Papara, her first, team second.
Over Papara with her first foul.
Once again, Ethan, as you were just saying, the free throws keep the game close.
State. good from the free throw line on her first attempt. No good. She misses both. She's overall 70% free throw shooter from the line, so a little uncharacteristic there. Bruna da Silva, nice cut. She hits the backboard. Easy 2 points. That's what she can do, coach.
Yeah, once again, a great crossover.
Nice handle on the ball. Hello, Harris. Like coach didn't want her to take that shot there.
I'd say not. They had a lot of time left on the clock, so it wasn't like it was a pressure shot.
Yeah, she's overall 20% from the three-point line, so might not be her strength there, coach.
Right.
Nice board work.
Again, nice penetration, nice pass.
Santa Cruz finds herself on the board
St. Petersburg.
again. Timeout St. Petersburg as they talk things over, coach. They
You know,
find-
I think Coach Zach has made a nice adjustment in that the first quarter he spent all the time shooting threes. At this point in time, Eastern Florida's kind of changed tactics a little bit where they've gone to penetration with drop-off passes to the big girls underneath. And that's really paid off for them and made the adjustment. St. Pete hasn't made the adjustment to that yet. And so we'll see what comes from this time out.
Little chess match going on here between coaches. St. Petersburg, they find themselves down 8 coming into this timeout. So what adjustments might they have to make in order to keep this thing, competitive, coach?
Well, once again, it's hard to play pressure defense and not give up lanes in the middle. But if you're really overplaying inside and helping, you can get that done. So I think the adjustments they need to make is give more help on the person who's being defended.
Evan Sanders, she'll bring it up. We'll find Trinity Harris on the wing. Hallie Harris. Evan Sanders, she's trying to drive, and what a tough shot by Sanders. Over the defender, hand in her face, still got it to fall. And here goes Santa Cruz kind of taking over. She's getting hot, coach.
She's really quick. Can get up and down the floor very quickly.
Oh, two people not on the same page there.
Kind of looked like unavoidable contact there. I don't think there was any foul. It's just two people going back to the ball, and both of them fell.
Yep. Florida will take possession here. Santa Cruz take it up. Fine. Silva, she gets past her defender, kicks it back out, and no good. Evan Sanders finds the rock again. She wants to push the pace, and she'll get the ball and one coming up for Evan Sanders. Boy, is she tough.
She is tough, strong, quick, and aggressive. Those things make you a pretty good player. And when she goes to her right, she scores almost every time. So far, she's hit the free throws as well.
Yep. And she makes it count at the charity stripe. Eastern Florida, pushing the rock. Strickland finds the Silva. Parpar was looking for the ball down the lane, didn't get it. Strong drive there by Santa Cruz. And Eastern Florida will retain possession.
Really good block there.
Inbound, Florida State. Pull up and
Shot clock
violation.
Pretty good defense there.
Pretty good. It'll be St. Petersburg ball. And there. If you're Eastern Florida State, you have to be aware of the shot clock. You want to get those shots up in time because that's ultimately a wasted possession.
Oh, that's just like a turnover if you don't get it done.
Yep. Oh, looks like kickball. Yep. Also, Sanders was trying to do there, trying to get the defender off balance.
Sidelines out of bounds.
Oh, Aaron. Oh, stepped out. Great hustle there by Santa Cruz, but she stepped out trying to get the steal.
So it stays a 5-point ball game with about 4 minutes to play in the half.
They inbound it to Sanders. Surveying the court. Kicks it right back out. To Harris trying to get busy in the paint, and it's no good. Santa Cruz gets the rebound, but it's a foul. Eastern Florida will retain possession. Yar Lazarevic checks in for Eastern Florida. Down Papara. Quickly, she'll bring it up for Eastern Florida. Lazarevic finds De Silva. Lazarevic finds herself open. Couldn't get the three to fall. Rebound Harris, bringing it the other way. Ryan Grady trying to find the open teammate. They'll get it right back to Sanders. Nice move there. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound, St. Pete. They get the ball back again, and costly.
2 offensive rebounds once again. You just got to cut it down.
Oh, looks like Santa Cruz and Lazarevic wasn't on the same page there. It's a turnover. Great effort there by De Silva to get the rebound out of her hands. Great team chemistry there. Great pass by Santa Cruz.
Pass.
Lazarevic finds herself on the board once again.
And then that was a big basket. I mean, we went from 3, looking almost tied up, and now back to 5.
Like Eastern Florida doesn't want St. Pete to get too close. Sanders, she was feeling it from 3, no good. Lazarevic will bring it up. Parpara, look at that length grabbing that pass. No good. They get the offensive board. And look at Lazarevic making the second effort count, Coach.
Great rebound there. And great up and under shot. That was amazing.
St. Pete trying to slow things down here. Very long pass. Finds Harris inside, couldn't get it to fall. Santa Cruz, she'll bring it out for Eastern Florida. They have numbers, she'll find De Silva wide open on the corner, and she makes it count.
That was really big. Really big, great pass, great steal, great pass.
Great pass, now Eastern Florida State is up by 10 with just under a minute left to go. They bring the ball inside, Sanders. Kick it back out. Great ball movement, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound, Papara. Wide open. Lazarevic, and she makes it count. It's good. Sanders, she brings it up for Eastern Florida. Pete. No good. Rebound. And there's a foul on the play.
Fouls on number 4, Luna De Silva, her
That'll be
first.
foul on
Team
Luna De
foul.
Silva, her third. Little substitution here by St. Pete. Harris will shoot 2 from the line. And she couldn't get it to fall. Harris, she's a 69% free throw shooter. Not elite numbers, but she wants to make these count at the charity stripe. And she splits the free throw. Strickland brings it up fast for Eastern Florida State. They're trying to get points before the half here. Bring it in to Parpara, bully ball down there, and she makes it count. Just a little below 4 seconds left. And it's halftime. And the refs say that the clock was still running, so we'll take it in for halftime, folks. Are watching the women's Eastern Florida State College basketball face St. Petersburg. A little Titan on Titan showdown here. Nope, you have the interview with the head coach for Eastern
Coach,
Florida
nice
State.
first half. Broke it open there at the end.
Yeah, thank you. It started on the defensive end. We finally got in the gaps together as a team. We cut down penetration. Love how we were playing in pace. Love the quick threes if they're going in. Ophir Papar had a heck of a job in the post, even with Angela being in foul trouble.
Oh yeah, very much so. And your passing inside was spectacular.
Absolutely. We've been working on it all week, playing with great pace, playing with great teammates, really trying to get a piece of the paint. And
That's
really-
great. That's great. You were great the first half. Let's continue it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here in Palm Bay, we have several cybersecurity courses for both the AS degree program and the BAS, and they span between cybersecurity and forensics. It's kind of like a boot camp style that I think of it, and really get your hands into dealing with information technology and have some fundamental knowledge before you go into cybersecurity. You have to have a passion for computers and have a passion for the field to excel in it. So it's a really good field to go into if you're already in computers and you want to expand your knowledge. So here in Palm Bay, we were able to create an isolated network that is completely off the grid of campus, and it gives the students the ability to work within that sandbox and play with those tools, get a better understanding of how they work. So we have a cyber range that has networking and server equipment that simulates a live data center. It's just kind of much smaller, but it gives the students the chance to play in a semi-similar data center environment where they can see what it would take to mitigate those types of attacks.
Just recently, we moved here to the Palm Bay campus, into this facility. It encompasses about 25 acres.
The facility at Eastern Florida State Fire Academy is by far one of the best academies, in my opinion, in the Central Florida area.
I chose this area because it was one of the highest ranked fire academies on the whole east coast of Florida.
So our instructional staff consists of firefighters that are still on the job. Instructors bring many different skill sets, and I like the mix, to be quite honest with you.
So when you bring all those different skill sets to the table, the recruits are able to gain so much more knowledge than maybe other academies.
They're not only instructing us what they're supposed to be teaching us and getting us ready for our state test, but they're giving us real life examples of how things are going to go, not just to pass the academy, but to prepare us for the real world.
We're able to do technical rescue training. We're able to do fire training. We're able to do any type of VMR training, any type of training that's in the classroom, such as getting your certifications for inspector classes. They're all offered here at this academy.
And their ability to teach us instead of just going through the motions and telling us we need to do this and we need to do that. You know, they teach us why, which helps us understand much more of how things operate in the real world.
As far as I know, we are the only technical welding program in Brevard County. On the one-year degree, you end up taking multiple AWS certifications, and we hold you to those standards. So by the time you graduate, go to work for somebody, you've already passed that test. Brevard County has a lot of industry in the welding trade. We have Space Center, we have a lot of companies around here that support the Space Center. It starts working out, the companies will start looking back at the school and say, hey, yeah, I like what they're producing, he's helping me out, and then they start calling more and more and make one heck of a program at this school where everybody wants to come here and we want to put them to work. You know, my goal always is, try to be the best at whatever you do.
I would encourage anyone who wants to become a respiratory therapist to come here at Eastern Florida State College. The program offers an extended amount of clinical hours, and that's where you get to see a lot of respiratory work being done, and that's where you get a lot of hands-on experience. Throughout the program, what I liked most was interacting with my peers that wanted to be a respiratory therapist as well. And as I stated earlier, being out there in the clinical field. So there's a huge shortage right now for respiratory therapists, and it is a rewarding career, and you'll never have to worry about job security because we're always in need of RTs out there.
Welcome back to the Titan Arena, where we have Eastern Florida State College facing on against St. Petersburg, the women's basketball game.
Titans against the Titans, Ethan. And we're at halftime with some games going on, but I want to tell you, when you look at the first half, Eastern Florida has really dominated the boards, 23 rebounds to 14. And so that's been a real factor in the game. As well as the offensive scoring has been well distributed between 10 and 11, 8, 7. St. Petersburg has nobody in double figures, but everybody's got 5, 6, or 7. And so you can see Eastern Florida's firepower from three coming out because they make a lot of three-point shots. And as Coach was saying, once they got the defense adjusted a little bit during that second quarter, they were much better, and that's when they started to pull the lead out.
Yes, they were. They started, not only did they start the game off hot from three, but they started to incorporate those drives inside the lane, getting Parpara those easy buckets down in the block, getting those looks on the smaller defender, easy buckets, just capitalizing off the game plan, Coach.
Well, and you really think that the size of Eastern Florida has been a factor, and it has. However, the play of the guards, and especially De Silva and trying to remember the name, Bruno. have really been exceptional, passing the ball inside and moving back and forth. And so they've got a pretty complete game going on. If they can continue that in the second half, third and fourth quarters, I think that they'll be very pleased with the outcome.
Indeed, they had some contributions from Santa Cruz too as well, getting herself on the board. She had 6, but Parpara, she was the leading scorer in that half. She was in double digits. So what do St. Petersburg have to do to game plan against this squad that Eastern Florida has?
Well, I don't know what their capabilities are because I haven't seen them practice. But if it were me, I'd be pressing up and down the floor. Part of the problem is that on both squads, really, when you look at the bench, St. Pete only has 8 players total. And you look at Eastern Florida's bench, they have 9. And so everybody's playing a little short-handed when it comes to reserves and how many people you can pull in and out of the game. And with that few of reserves, it's much more difficult to press because of the conditioning factor. And therefore, they'll back off a little bit, and you'll see at every dead ball and every timeout, they're running a lot of people, both teams, in and out of the game so that they can get some fresh players in the game. And so without being able to press, I think they've got, St. Pete that is, has got to shut off the inside game and hope they can out-rebound. If Eastern Florida makes threes, they make threes. But you can't give up threes and let them rebound and you make twos downside.
Yep. Great insight there, Coach. You guys are watching Eastern Florida State College women's basketball. We'll be right back.
Build a successful career with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. You can choose from nearly 25 tracks in today's top job fields of business, healthcare, and computer technologies, with classes tailored to meet your needs on campus and online. A bright future awaits you with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu/go/bachelors.
Are you looking for a career in a medical field that is in demand, always evolving, and makes a real difference in people's lives? Diagnostic medical sonography is a dynamic professional field with high earning and growth potential. A diagnostic medical sonographer is a highly skilled professional who uses specialized equipment to create images of structures inside the human body that are used by physicians to make a medical diagnosis. Eastern Florida State's Diagnostic Medical Sonography Associate of Science degree program lays the foundation for entry into this field, with additional opportunities to continue your education with specializations in vascular sonography, adult cardiac sonography, and other areas based on students' interests. Students can even earn their Applied Health Science Bachelor of Science degree with a medical imaging specialization. The Associate of Science General Concentration track is a full-time, 5-semester program accredited by the Commission on Accreditations of Allied Health Education Programs. The coursework includes detailed classes in anatomy, physiology, pathology, physics, instrumentation, and scanning techniques. In addition, students apply sonography skills learned in labs and classes to clinical settings with externships in hospitals throughout Brevard County. To see a detailed breakdown of the application process, prerequisites, coursework for each semester, as well as information on job placement and potential salary for medical sonographers, visit our website at easternflorida.edu/go/sonography. Here's what some of our students had to say about our program.
The Eastern Florida State College sonography curriculum is very comprehensive, so although it's classified as a general sonography program, there was a heavy focus on OBGYN. So we had 2 consecutive semesters of obstetric coursework, and coupled with clinical experience at clinical rotations, I really felt like I got a good background of obstetrical sonography prior to entering the workforce.
Eastern Florida State College has definitely taught me to be consistent, to be professional, to be very knowledgeable, I think the professionalism is what stands out the most to me. Now that I'm in the work field, I can really see that the professional environment at school has carried on into a professional character and attitude out in the work field.
I would absolutely recommend the program. I have found a lot of success through going through the program, and as well as a lot of other people that I know.
If working in this exciting field of medicine is something you want to check out, then follow through and visit our website, easternflorida.edu/go/sonography.
It's very exciting to be working for one of the largest space programs in the world currently. I absolutely love it. It's a great opportunity. I started at an entry-level position and I've been enjoying it tremendously. The manual stuff I have learned here in the classes have helped me with the things that I learned on the CNC machines at Blue Origin.
I go to school at Space Coast Junior High School, and then I'm dual enrolled at Eastern Florida State College. For most of my life, I've had a goal, and it's to be an aerospace engineer. And there's a saying that I hear a lot, which is the best engineers are also machinists. And I think that that's what I enjoy the most, is walking into the class, standing in front of the machine, and clearing your head, maybe even listening to a little bit of music, and just fully committing yourself to doing that work for the day.
Welcome back to Eastern Florida State College in Melbourne, Florida. Currently, Eastern Florida State leads 42-28.
I want to tell you, when you look at the stats, 13 assists for Eastern Florida. I mean, that's really amazing when you have that many passes leading to baskets.
There, St. Petersburg will start. Harris drives, and she'll get the friendly roll. Harris, she had 7 points in the first half. Now she's starting off quick. Strickland has the rock for Eastern Florida. Errant pass there, trying to get it down on the block. Pushing the pace here, St. Petersburg. Nice move, but couldn't get the bounce. Couple of offensive rebounds there, Coach.
Couple of offensive rebounds again. And Eastern Florida is going to a zone defense. And one of the problems you have with the zone sometimes is how to rebound the ball. You've got a lot of people inside, but you don't have one-on-one capabilities to screen somebody out. So we'll start with 2 more free throws.
Brady misses the first from the line. And she's 0 for 2 from the stripe. Eastern Florida gets the ball. Here goes Parpara, pushing the rock. Good drive there by Lazarevic, but it falls short. Couple players on the ground. St. Pete, they retain possession. Harris finds herself at the top of the down, Lazarevic. Bruna Da Silva pushing the pace. Had a great first half, and she starts this half just as good. Gets her first 2 points of the quarter.
That's a nice move. Taking somebody down low, made the spin move back over his shoulder. See, a lot of boys would be happy to have that move when they do that. So it's been up and down. I would also say that in the first half, when you look at it, St. Petersburg shot 33%. That's not going to get the job done. Eastern Florida, however, was at 56%. They were 18 for 32. And part of that reason is because they had all those assists. So when you get that many assists, you're going to have a much better scoring opportunities. And they did a good job of that in the first half.
Yeah, St. Petersburg losing very hard on the assist numbers. They only had 3 in the first half, but now they look over on the other side. There's 3 people on Eastern Florida State in double digits. So we'll see how the defensive game plan goes on from here.
Oh, absolutely. And if Eastern Florida can keep getting assists, it'll do well for them. When you see not many assists, it means that people are dribbling and scoring one-on-one. And that's what St. Pete has been doing, scoring, and taking it to the hole and doing those kind of things. But when you miss, it doesn't add up to that.
All right, we're back after the timeout. There is 8:34 left to play in period number 3 as St. Petersburg will have the ball start. Radio pushed the ball up for St. Pete. Finds Guame, back to Grady. Ball movement here for St. Pete. Great pat, and what a block by Santa Cruz down there on the block. That length that Eastern Florida State has is gonna be a problem.
It sure is, and Santa Cruz is not only long, but very quick, and she makes good plays.
Inbound it, St. Pete. Right past to Harris as she tries to drive in. Gets the rebound, and Guame will get the rebound, the 2 points, and the foul.
Fouls starting to add up when you look at it up and down the line.
Oh, for Paparo, that's her second foul. Couldn't get the free throw to fall. Silva has to rock now. Picks up her dribble. Finds Paparo on the, and she drives, but she kicks it back inside, and it is no good on the pass.
Now the pass deflected, nice try, but the pass deflected. I always liked out of bounds plays. You got a great chance to score when you got the ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
They get the ball down on the block. That was a great play. She realized that Merkovich had the smaller defender on her, couldn't capitalize. Nice kick to Guame.
Eastern Florida back to man-to-man. With good help.
The ball movement here by St. Pete. They drive. No good, but there's a foul on the play. Looks like it.
And that's what penetration does for you. When you get to the basket and you break down that first level of defense, then somebody has to step in and help. And the help usually comes in the case of somebody being late getting there. And so therefore there's a foul. And that's what we're seeing here.
Merkovich will take a sit. And Grady will make her first free throw count at the line. She hits both from the line. Eastern Florida pushing the floor. Santa Cruz has it. Paparo trying to facilitate open lane to the hole, and she makes it count. Paparo was the leading scorer the first half, coming out, hasn't lost a step, Coach.
No, came off a nice screen at the high post.
Like a off-ball foul there, Santa Cruz.
Pushing foul, but not shooting in front of the basket.
Harris has a nice spin move on Paparo,
Nice
and she
spin.
gets it to go.
Spin to the left.
it up for Eastern Florida. Santa Cruz. De Silva. What a great drive, but couldn't get the friendly roll. St. Pete pushing up the pace here. A little aggressive on the take there from Harris, but
yeah. Trying so hard to get a foul, we missed a shot. Yeah.
Media inbound it for St. Pete. Trying to get the ball in. Farine a little in trouble there, and she turns the ball over. It'll be Eastern Florida State ball.
Fouls on number 5, Callie Harris, her first. Team
That's Callie Harris' first foul for St. Petersburg.
First foul this half.
Inbound it. Finds Papara. Papara, easy lane. Oh, but it wasn't so easy as Guame gets the block out of nowhere. Kicks it out to Harris on the wing. Makes Papara touch the court, but couldn't ultimately make her pay. It'll be Eastern Florida State ball after the ball goes out of bounds.
Wide open shot there. A chance for a rebound, too.
Freshman guard Lazarevich is back in for Eastern Florida. Santa Cruz facilitating the offense here. Screen coming. Papara trying to find De Silva on the block.
A foul?
Yep. Foul on number 4. That'll be Trinity Harris.
Fouls on number 4, Trinity Harris, her first and second.
Her first of the half. Heat coach not locking the foul there. Santa Cruz drive to the lane, and look at the length there, just up and over the defender there.
They really do a good job of using the backboard and those shots in the middle.
Ready? Nice look. She gets the fall over Santa Cruz. Strickland working on Grady. Finds Papara down low. Couldn't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Kicks out to Lazarevich. Silva. And she gets called for the travel there. A little too quick when she got the ball.
A little too quick. Picked that foot up before the ball got down. Timeout on the floor.
Timeout on the floor.
So both coaches get a chance to talk again. And St. Petersburg has narrowed the lead from 14 to 10 with about halfway through this quarter. I think even the referees are having a conference on the floor. What do you think?
I think so too. I think they're kind of discussing on how they want to call this game.
Yeah. I always liked timeouts because it gives you a chance to make adjustments. It's hard to make those adjustments on the fly, going up and down the floor.
It's time for both teams to evaluate where they are. 4:40, a little over 4:40 left in period number 3. Couple highlights here. Bruna De Silva making the smaller defender, pay down low.
Well, she's really strong.
Yes, she is.
I like the way she plays.
Papara making her length count down there in the paint. Easy drives. And Santa Cruz with her wingspan and the way she can get to the bucket, which has been her, she's been really showing out tonight, Coach.
Oh, she really has a good skill set. I think she'll just get better.
Santa Cruz kicks it out to Harris. Back again to the other Harris, Trinity. Oh, not sure who she was throwing the ball to there, but it'll be a costly turnover for St. Petersburg.
Sometimes it's just a mental connection, not a physical one that they're looking for.
Like St. Pete wants to meet Eastern Florida at half court. Nice screen there by Papara.
Good screen. Yeah.
Fine slow. Oh my, what a pass down low and what a shot for Lazarevic, the freshman guard. Nice move on the taller defender, getting her off balance.
Good help. Good help down there.
Harris, no good from 3. Rebound, Eastern Florida State. They're pushing the pace. She finds Papara on the drive. Santa Cruz try to get the board. Oh, they're fighting. St. Petersburg. There goes great. Oh, a little physical there. Looks like that'll be a foul on Bruna da Silva.
Such one end of the floor to the other quickly.
Quickly. There for St. Petersburg, Heaven Sanders checks in.
See every dead ball foul, there's a host of substitutes on both sides.
State Larice also checks in. Ara inbound it for Eastern Florida. Go Strickland, bringing it up for Eastern Florida. Oh, a little too physical there. St. Pete gets the ball back. Nice ball movement. Sanders gets it back. Drive, ultimately falls short. Zarevic will get the rebound. Larice, wide open drive to the lane, and she makes them pay.
A good fake pass there. If you watch that closely, she faked the ball to the corner. The defense jumped sideways. She was able to go directly to the hole.
Getting the defense off balance, easy drive. Timeout here.
You know,
they find themselves up.
Eastern Florida has really opened this up in the first half. It was 4 points, 6 points, 5 points. And then at the end, they opened it up. It was 14 at halftime. And they pretty much held that. It's been 10 or 12, but it's 13 right now. And so not much change after halftime, really, when you've come out and looked at it.
Yep, Eastern Florida has been bringing it to the opposition all night. And for St. Petersburg, you already lost 10 straight. I don't know if you want to switch up the game plan here, but it's not looking good with 2:46 left to go.
Well, it's really not. And sometimes you just have to change things, whether you think it's right or not, in order to make a difference. And certainly they don't. They would like to take a win here at home, but it may take something different than they're doing right now.
Coach. St. Pete inbound the ball coming out of the timeout. He'll get it to Sanders, who pushes the rock. So Harris kicks it back to Sanders. Down low. And not a
great
shot.
Rebound.
Doesn't fall. Great rebound by Santa Cruz. She'll push it up. That's Lazarevic out to Strickland. Off for Popara, wide open, and it rattles out from 3. Harris, she'll bring it up for St. Pete. Picks up her dribble, but she finds Trinity Harris on the wing. Lane Forine, not a good look there, but her team bails her out with the offensive rebound. Another offensive board by St. Pete. Shot clock under 10, and it's no good. Papara will bring it up. Eastern Florida State trying to figure out what they want to get in set-wise. Fine. Reese back out to Laverovich. And nothing but nylon from the three.
That was well set up off a double screen and reversed the ball back to her. Nice shot.
Yep, Eastern Florida making them pay with their ball movement. Diddy Harris will bring it up here for St. Pete. If you're St. Pete, you're just itching to find some momentum here. Just want to see the ball go through the hoop. That's not how you do it.
I think we're seeing a little fatigue as we go up and down the floor, and not enough players to substitute as you'd like to.
Absolutely,
all the time.
Coach. They were kind of short-staffed coming into this.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of showcasing and it's playing a pivotal role here. She'll bring it up. Nice move to get the defender off of her. Kicks it right back out. Laverovich picks up her dribble, looking for her teammate. Laverovich, oh, she has to let the shot fall. Doesn't hit anything, but Papara bails her out. And there goes again, Ofer Papara making those offensive boards count and those putbacks. They're crucial, Coach.
Oh, crucial. Offensive rebounds, just a killer.
Sanders looking to get some rhythm from three, no good.
So all of a sudden we're at an 18-point ball game. St. Pete now in a press.
Yep, they're itching to get the ball back. Florida breaks the press. Could it make them pay? And the putback is no good as time expires in this quarter.
An exciting quarter. Up and down the floor by both teams, really.
Very exciting quarter. That's the end of period 3. Eastern Florida State finds themselves up big against St. Pete.
And looking for a win. And so with the win, they would really do well and move up in the conference standings. And we've got the Titan Band playing.
Yep, we do got the Titan Band playing. Making some noise in here.
That's right. Dancing girls and the cheerleaders.
Okay, folks, if you weren't paying attention, here we go. Santa Cruz. She always seems to make the defense pay with her length down inside. Great ball movement here. And just Lazarovich, the freshman.
A reverse layup.
Making that present down in the whole belt. Larice gets herself on the board in that period. Lazarovich stretching the defense out with her three-point shots. Just seems like no matter where on the floor, Eastern Florida can have production, Coach.
Well, and it's been all Eastern Florida in the third quarter. As we start the fourth and last quarter, we'll see how that one goes.
Yep.
St. Pete really needs to make a move here.
Start of the fourth. Lazarovich wide open from the three-pointer. It's the back of the rim. Larice passes back to Lazarovich. Nice ball movement here. Oh, couldn't get the friendly roll. St. Pete will get the rebound, and they're pushing the rock up. Dot pop from Trinity Harris, and it's good. If you're St. Pete, you need more of those if you want to climb back into this one.
And you need them quick.
Yep, under 10 minutes left.
St. Pete with the press, man-to-man press.
Not the primary ball handler here. She gets it to Strickland. Tight defense here by St. Petersburg.
Coach Zeke calling the play.
Great defensive effort there. Number 2, Pierre Luis. Silva will get the ball on the corner. To the Strickland. Bad pass there by Strickland across the court. Another stop pop for Trinity Harris, and it's good. That's back-to-back threes for Trinity Harris.
Back-to-back, and you kept the lead.
If you're Eastern Florida, that lead has now shrunk down. Lead here for Eastern Florida. Silva drives it, kicks it back out to Santa Cruz. Strickland finds herself wide open. No good. Rebound, Luis. On the wing. Up jumper. No good. Offensive rebound. And it is good for Selena Faride with the offensive board.
Well, we've gone from 18 to 10 all of a sudden.
Wow. For Eastern Florida State, great timeout here. You have to regroup, see what's going on, and see how your team can adjust, Coach.
Well, that's what you need to do. You've got to take some time off the board or off the clock and make some adjustments. So you get them over here and you're saying, hey, we've got the lead. We're 10 up. Let's slow this down. Let's take some time off the clock. We don't have to shoot it the first time. Let's move it around some. And we take some time off the clock with a 10-point lead. You think you're going to win. But you can't keep giving up threes in 5 seconds up and down the floor.
I was just about to ask you that, Coach. How could, like, defensively, they see Trinity Harris starting to have a streak here. How can they put a stem to that tide that that St. Pete has?
Well, they've got to get up on her and not let her shoot that shot. But it requires some help, too. And when you're going up and down the floor, as quick as Harris was shooting it, people tend to lose the person they're guarding. So they're retreating so hard that they have trouble coming back out and picking somebody up outside the perimeter. And that's some of what's happened to Eastern Florida here. We'll see if they can make the adjustments.
Okay, we're back with just under 8 minutes left to go in period number 4 in this Titan-on-Titan showdown. Markovich, she'll inbound it for Eastern Florida. Santa Cruz. Silva looking to facilitate here, gets it back to Santa Cruz. Para gets it knocked out of her hands, and it'll retain possession, Eastern Florida.
Really aggressive right now by the defense in St. Pete. And the man tight.
We're trying to inbound the ball. St. Pete not letting them get an inch on them. Silva down there to Markovich. Santa Cruz, easy drive to the lane. Couldn't make it count. It's the side of the rim. And here goes Trinity Harris pushing the ball up again. Brady, nice hand in there by De Silva. 23, couldn't get the ball to fall. They're fighting on the ball. They're fighting on the ground here. Who has possession? Looks like a St. Petersburg player is falling on it, but it's a jump ball. And
St.
Pete will retain possession.
A lot of people on the floor on that one.
Getting scrappy down there.
But once again, off a rebound. If you get the rebound clean and block people out, it's not the same kind of problem.
Radio inbound it for St. Petersburg. Find themselves down 10 after they were almost down 20, Coach.
Yeah, it was 18, and now it's 10 with a chance to make it even closer.
It is the Trinity Harris working on Strickland. Great drive off the backboard, and now the lead is trimmed down to single digits. For Eastern Florida State, you have to get some rhythm going here. Great move. And great shot by Lazarevich.
That really helped. They needed one there.
They really needed to see the ball go through the hoop there. Lead back up to 10. Harris gets the drive, and she'll get the foul call.
With a 10-point lead, the last thing you want to do is stop the clock.
That is.
I mean, the free throws are bad enough, but stopping the clock gives them an opportunity to get back even closer in the game.
Out to the line, we have Kali Harris. Just a 38% free throw shooter. See if she'll make this trip count. And she's good on the first one. Back down to 9. Oh, she splits the free throws. Ball on the court. St. Petersburg comes back away with it. Harris couldn't get the layup to fall. A little scrappy down there, and the ref will call the foul.
2 more offensive rebounds and the ball on the floor. I mean, that's just a killer. You know,
It is.
Got to get those balls clean and get out of that situation.
Not a lot of boxing out going on here from Eastern Florida State.
No, it's kind of everybody going for the ball.
Right.
Who gets their hands on it first?
Miss free throw there. And Mabaya doesn't hit any of them. Santa Cruz. Number 5, there'll be a call on Kali Harris. Second foul of the hat. Inbound, Eastern Florida. And a little bit of pee-pat there, but Eastern Florida will retain possession.
A little bit of luck there. It was about to come the other way, it looked like.
For Eastern Florida, that's a mistake that you would love to avoid. Hard passing there by Lazarevic. Strickland. Parpara has it at the top of the key. Great spin move on Harris, but Harris recoups with a block, and St. Pete has the ball. Great defensive effort there by Harris. And she hits nothing there as Trinity Harris tried one from 3, no good.
Eastern Florida thought there was a foul on that block on the far end down there. The coach talking to the referees about it.
Yep.
But no call, and we're playing on.
Ref letting them play out there. 9-point lead for Eastern Florida. 5:30 left. They find De Silva at the top. A little bit of physicality going there. Strickland wasn't open. De Silva drives, and that's one they needed to see come through.
Yeah, they really needed that one. She's really a solid player, regardless of the score.
Absolutely. Doesn't worry about the score. Head down. Let's get a bucket. Nice physicality in there by Harris. Couldn't make it. Parpara fighting for the board. And that'll be Eastern Florida's ball.
Say Titans ball, but everybody's a Titan.
Everybody's a Titan here. Got to be careful. A little over 5 minutes left. Santa Cruz will bring it up. Good screen by Papara, doesn't really work. Santa Cruz looking for somebody. De Silva. Strickland has it, kicks it back down there to Santa Cruz, and what a shot off the glass. Lead back up to 13 for Eastern Florida.
Really nice drop pass.
And looks like that shot will count, Coach.
Yeah, right to the hole.
Right to the hole. Nobody down there. And a little bit of conversation going on with the Eastern Florida, trying to see the assignment that was.
It looked like it could be a charge, but if you looked at it closely, the feet of the Florida defensive player were inside the arc. And you don't have, you can't make calls defensive feet inside the arc. So it had to be a defensive foul.
Harris, the line here. Nope, just one. Offer to Papara, the inbound, Strickland. Pass it back to Papara, they break the press. Finds Lazarevich down there open, and what a move, the reverse layup by Lazarevich.
Good job of breaking the press there.
Like that'll be a foul on Larice, white number 24.
Third, team 4.
Inbound to Harris. Picks up her dribble. Takes one from deep off the back of the rim. Rebound. Oh, woo. Almost got took out there, coach.
Good hands. We had some help there.
Good call, bro. Ooh. Substitution here. Angela Markovich will come in. Florida Grady has the rock for St. Pete. And Harris couldn't get the floater to fall. Strickland pushing it up. She's the matchup she likes. Good defense there by St. Pete. Stopping the fast break.
Eastern Florida has this put away if they just take a little time off the clock. But they can't keep fouling and giving the ball away on this end.
Absolutely.
I'm sure coach is talking to him about that.
Find themselves up 12. No need to really be careless with the basketball here. Finds Larice on the corner. Wants to take it all the way. Couldn't get the friendly roll. Markovich. And she gets the second attempt there. Timeout call for St. Petersburg. 67-53. Eastern Florida State finds themselves up.
And then we go back to a 14-point lead. And so once they're at that level again, they're starting to feel a little better about things. Coach St. Pete, on the other hand, is saying we've got to press, we've got to get some steals, we need to go up and down the floor quickly, and some fouls. And the way they play, they're so aggressive going to the basket and rebounding the ball, they have a chance of getting some fouls.
They do.
And hitting some free throws.
So a bit of a respectable adjustment coming out of this timeout for St. Petersburg. Hoping to rally back here down 14. Just a little over 3:30 left to go. And like you said, Coach, if you're Eastern Florida State, you want to limit these turnovers and these bad passes.
Just take some time off the clock. I mean, you're in charge here as the band plays YMCA.
Band doing a fantastic job here tonight in Melbourne, Florida.
We're about to pick up the action again. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Both teams break the huddle. Folks, both teams looking to get that conference ranking up higher. Florida.
Big game for both squads. They're both playing hard. Eastern Florida with a 14-point lead.
Go back on this Titan throw down. Find Guame. St. Petersburg. Brady working on Larice. Harris picks up her fumble. Great rebound by St. Pete. Harris. Oh, like there's a blocking foul here.
Called a block.
That's her second foul as she'll head to the bench. Bruna De Silva will check in. Florida.
Just as we talking, you take some time off the clock. Get a foul, you stop the clock. Things get closer.
You know, for Renee not able to get the first free throw to fall. splits the free throws. Substitutes for both teams coming in. Having Sanders come in for St. Petersburg, and that'll be Zarevich coming in for Eastern Florida.
Man-to-man press, full court.
Strickland working on Grady. Zarevich trying to drive, and it is good. That lift down there in the paint always plays a part, and it's going to be critical down the stretch as they hope to ice this game.
St. Pete needs a basket right now.
Yep, Sanders trying to get open, kicks it back out to Harris. Great spin move. Tried to get it off the rim, no good. Bruno da Silva trying to slow down the pace here for Eastern Florida State. Facilitating like always, Strickland. Zarevich has been a matchup nightmare as she gets the ball. Papara down on the block, passes to Strickland, easy 2 points. Great ball movement there by Eastern Florida State.
All of a sudden we're at 17 again.
Yep, and it's under 2 minutes to go, Coach. It's looking like this one might be all but done.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. They'll need to score here. Get some time off the clock.
Yep, having Sanders will make her drive count.
Or stop the clock, rather.
Strickland will bring the ball up here. Hoping to kill some time. Don't have to be in a rush. Santa Cruz on the wing. Da Silva. Back to Parpara. Finds a lane, and yep, that just might be a wrap, Coach. A minute 18 left. St. Pete will call a timeout.
Well, that kind of solves things, doesn't it?
Yes, it did. I think if you're St. Pete, you really hurt. This one has to hurt. You let this one get away from you. Frustration here.
A little frustration. We're going to play on.
St. Pete inbound. Grady. Back to Sanders. If you're St. Pete, you're just looking to find some rhythm here.
Basket's good by Selena Green.
Strickland working on Grady. Good move to get her off of you. Under a minute left. And what a three from Lazarevich. And that right there,
that's
just
a dagger.
that did it, Coach.
Yeah, that's a dagger.
Just ice cold from three. Zarevich was a problem all night, and here she goes again with the steal. Hoping to slow things down here. 40 seconds left. At this point, you just want to
Just going to walk this one out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up, Zarevich back inside the paint. And she'll get the foul call with 18.2 seconds left in the game.
Fouls on number 3, Selena Ferrara.
You know, Ethan, when we look at the stats here, we talked about to start the game, both teams are averaging about 60 points a game. And that's just about where St. Pete is. Eastern Florida's had a better game when they've moved to 76 and maybe 78 here.
Yep, this will be a back-to-back game for Eastern Florida, putting up more than 70 points on their opponent.
They're scoring well right now.
And she makes both of them count from the line.
20-point game with 18 seconds left.
What an overall team effort here by Eastern Florida. They didn't let the game get totally away from them. They were up 20, well, 18 at one point. Now they're up 20. They got back down. They rallied back. Didn't allow St. Petersburg to get comfortable.
They've really played well. A lot of assists. Both the guards and the big girls have been very good tonight.
And that is a wrap Coach. For this one, Eastern Florida State won by 20 tonight as the women take their second win in a row on home court.
And Eastern Florida goes to 3-6 in the conference. And with another win or two, they could be right in the top four.
And that's
Fighting
exactly
for a
what we
playoff.
wanted. And we're headed to the break, folks, from Melbourne, Florida.
I'm Patrick Hoskin, and I'm a student at the Eastern Florida State College welding program. You start off with stick welding and then progress to MIG welding, shielded metal arc welding, and they say by the end of the year we'll end up being TIG welding. So we're going to go through almost everything that they can possibly throw at us. After the first 2 weeks of class, it is all hands-on. The cost is really low considering it's a full welding program. This classroom does count as 1 year's experience in the field.
A few years ago, I worked at a local hospital on a respiratory care floor, and I found it very interesting how machines were able to help people with their breathing. And at that point, I realized there were much more to respiratory than I thought there was. I also started interacting with respiratory therapists because at first I thought all there was to respiratory was just giving breathing treatments. But after a while, I found out that there was a bigger scope out there. The faculty here, they were very professional, and at the same time, they were very approachable, they were very helpful. I had contact to them 24/7. They did not care what time it was. If I needed them, they were just a text or a phone call away.
Welcome back to Melbourne, Florida, at Eastern Florida State College. I'm your play-by-play host, Ethan Sorey, and next to me, we have the head coach of the women's basketball team who just won against St. Petersburg by a total of 20 points. Coach, what enabled your team to go on such a hot run at the end of the game?
Practice lately has just been high intensity, really working on pace and space. And I think we brought that tonight. We finally played Eastern Florida basketball. Defensively, offensively, we shot the ball well. 22 assists for us. That's my biggest proud moment of the team.
Exactly. Spreading the ball there, moving the rock, getting everybody involved. You guys now find yourselves 3-6 in the conference. How do you see yourself moving forward after this game?
Yeah, the message to the team is every game is a must-win, and they've really taken that to heart. We've dropped some games that we shouldn't have lost. It is what it is, but we still have a chance to make a run at the end. It's a long season, and they understand what's at stake.
Absolutely, Coach. That was a wonderful game out there, and you guys really really took it to the opposition.
Yeah, finally. Every game has been a dogfight, so we finally had some breathing room, but it felt like they were coming back, and we made a quick adjustment, and the ladies did a really good job tonight.
They absolutely did. You guys moved the rock, spaced the floor, and got everybody involved, multiple people in double digits. Just how can you improve on this efficiency that the girls showed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we do plenty of shooting all day in practice. Our numbers are a little low right now, so I tell them all we do is practice is shooting threes, getting downhill, playing in the paint. So I think that we're going to continue to shoot the ball really well. Grace Strickland had 11 assists tonight and only 3 turnovers, I believe. She did a really good job handling the pressure of the team, and I love it.
Lazarevich also showed up huge tonight. Just how proud of you are for her and the production that she was able to give you tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. She's coming off a mean ankle injury, and the last couple games she's struggled shooting the ball, which makes sense because she's coming off an injury that she was out for 8 games. She finally looked herself, and the team is really good. They know where she is. She loves to shoot the 3 ball. She played off 2 feet finally. I've been preaching that to her since she got here in August, and she finally did it. So I'm very proud of her.
Great work out there, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Great. Okay, from Melbourne, Florida and Eastern Florida State College, you're following the basketball. Up next, we have the men's basketball facing St. Petersburg. It's another Titan on Titan showdown. Up next at 7:30.
The Space Coast economy is booming. And high-tech companies ranging from major firms like Space